keep doing that, I'm gonna go sleep. Hey guys, hope everybody doing good. It was a good, productive day today. So, not as tired as I was yesterday. There was some, I got on that roll, about this generation and stuff, and I still stand by it. There were some different statements made on some of the videos down up in Virginia. So, and that is basically sums up kind of what they were saying. It's our problem and we need to fix it. But anyway, we got some, a lot of rain, probably some localized flooding and stuff like that. Starting, supposed to be early this morning. I noticed there's a cloud bank coming up out of the south, kind of the southwest coming across. And then, and like I said, I don't see anything severe in the mid-southern Texas region. These little VO5. I don't see any bad stuff coming. Doesn't mean it can change in a moment's notice, So that's why it's always important to be prepared. I went and filled up 2 20-pound propane bottles today. I'm working on a half of one now. I put on a new one. And so I've got propane to last a couple of weeks. I don't use that much. I'd rather have it cold at night, not cold, but just kind of almost chilly, and sleep better. Keep your fuel tanks full on your vehicle. Have plenty of water, food, and various means of preparing the food. I've got everything from sardines, canned chicken, tuna, salmon. Got some more, Slim Jims. I got all kinds of different chips and biscuits I made up. I gotta get some more gravy tomorrow. Make up some gravy. I've got stuff, I could go 2 weeks. Easy. I don't keep a lot stored here. I do have a lot of room. I've got a deep freeze. I got refrigerator freezer right over here. I keep 2 big old, probably 100 bottles of bottled water in here. I got first aid kits. I got extra over-the-counter medication. So I can keep the inverter going on this trailer. I know I'd never run that battery down. It's a new 900 amp or whatever hour marine battery on this trailer, just one. And when we first got it, it wasn't hooked up to electricity, and that. That little system over here that stays on It runs off 12 volt. It's the entertainment. Half of it doesn't work because I don't have a remote. I can't find a remote. The app on the phone doesn't work. Done tried that, so I can't sync it together. Anyway, I don't know, it was well over a week, on that battery, and I was in and out. All the lights were 12 volt, and I had all the lights on one point or another throughout the day, and packing it, cleaning, doing a thorough cleaning, because they said, oh, we do 100-point checklist. Yeah. Now, give me 1,000-point checklist, I might think about it. But, and the battery lasts a long time. So, and if I check my meter in the bathroom, got a little button you push and it tells you what your status of your battery is, what your water levels are, all this stuff. And, but if battery goes down low or starts going down, when it gets about halfway, starting bumping, getting about 2/3 going down, I plug it up to the truck and let it run. That's what I did on the casita. So there was times I was parked in a yard, the pipeline yard, with no utility hooked up, none whatsoever. And what is kind of neat, I have my fresh water pump work just fine. That would take care of my shower and my using the bathroom. That little casita, that thing was fully self-contained. I mean, I had it going on, and I stayed in there. I did not have propane hooked up to it because it was a new or used, well, it was new, but it was used. It sat in the barn for about 2 or 3 years in a barn. So I didn't hook up propane to it. But I'm trying to think, what did I do? Oh, the office right there, I had a key to it. Microwave. I just went in there and heated up stuff in the microwave. They had a refrigerator in there, probably about the same size as that casita. It's not a Dometic, but it was a Walmart apartment motel room refrigerator, and there was nothing in there. So I said, can I plug this up and use it? And they said, yeah. Well, I don't know whose it is. Somebody left when they left work, Okay, so I'd use that. There's always ways of making things happen. Now, if I would have stayed that way, kind of boondocking in a sense, yeah, I could have hooked up the propane and had refrigerator. There goes my furnace. I could have had hot water, but I did not use propane on it. I have not used propane for nothing in this trailer here but the furnace and the stove. I don't trust propane for the refrigerator because I have seen too many fires. The whole back end of the daggum RV is gone because it caught on fire. I honestly don't think this water heater, because there's no signs of being hot with the furnace, the blower, the propane setting. I don't think it's ever been turned on, been used, with propane. Everything in this thing, for what little it was used, was electric. But when storms and inclement weather and maybe floods, maybe high wind, maybe tornadoes, Lord forbid, whatever. You got to plan whether you're in a house, you're in an RV, or you're in a van or a pickup camper, There's a lot of full-time pickup individuals that live in the back of their truck. And I tell you, there's some neat stuff there. It blows my mind. And vans, people live in vans, they boondock, they can pull up to an RV park, they can plug up. But you need to plan ahead. This storm's coming up. And if you're in the path of this wide span of a whole bunch of rain, plan ahead, think ahead, use some common sense. Play the what if game, and say, okay, I can use paper plates, plastic forks, stuff like that. I'll have to wash any dishes. Power goes out. I know I can leave my deep freeze shut and it'll last for more than 12 hours. Refrigerator, 12 hours. That's about you just got to keep it shut. If you think ahead and then say, okay, I want a soda. Get it out. Stuff like that. But don't open and close your door, because that just, lowers your temperature. Then things start spoiling. Do you have a generator? If you have a good sized generator, you can run a refrigerator. I had a trailer that I converted over to kind of a RV. I had an air conditioner, had a microwave. I had one of them kind of compost toilets. I had like a twin bed. In fact, it had to be. Sorry, guys. Because I went and bought that twin mattress, but it wasn't quite a twin, I don't think. But anyway, had a twin size bed, AC, actually in the back door. You open up the one door and the other door stays shut. Had the AC where I could just slip it in. Whenever I pulled the trailer, I would pull it out, and I had a piece of real thick, kind of like plastic. And it was hard and it was thick and it wasn't flimsy. And I had fixed in there, I took some, they were $1.20. Took the nuts for they were Phillips head screws, and it was $1.20 thread, so I took the nuts and drilled down a little bit and sank them into the wood frame portion of that AC to give it support. So I just pulled the AC out, get one of them started, get the other one started, 4 of them, put it in there. You got to be creative. You got to use some MacGyver skills. Just, let your imagination go wild. Make it fun. I mean, that's what I did. I enjoyed it. I was like, my dad had a 70-something Ford pickup. It was like, man, that thing was clean. I loved that truck. And on the back of it, had a real tall aluminum with the windows, little camper shed on. But it had paneling, had ducts, and it was real nice. I'm like, ooh boy, yeah, I can do some of this. I made that thing up, and I did basically like I did that. It was a 6x12 cargo trailer that I did. I converted because we went down to Katrina, and I need to make sure I had somewhere to sleep. But anyway, I fixed that camper up. That was so nice, But, play the what if game and think about what can I do to make it fun, make it better, make it comfortable, If you got a house, sticks and bricks, and, think about what you can do in the event you're without power for several days or weeks. What can you do to make it as comfortable as possible? What are you going to do with your food? Your cold food, your items, your frozen food. What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do about water? Just run that stuff through your head, because if you get inclement weather at any time, you need to be prepared. So you just not like, oh, we are just screwed, we ain't gonna make it, Lord take me now. People do that. So, but just got a plan, be prepared, and if you have to evacuate, where are your personal items, your heirlooms, your imported papers, your insurance papers, your vehicle insurance, your titles, your taxes, where's all that at? If they do a mandatory evacuation, there's two things that insurance companies want you to do, and they used to do it, and I think they still do, but I used to do claims adjusting, commercial and marine claims adjuster, and they would say take a picture or get a copy of everything, get it certified or notarized copies of your documents, and put them in a safe deposit box in a bank, and you have the certified notarized copies. Then that basically says what you do is you go up to a notary, and I would prefer you go to a county courthouse or clerk's office or something like that that's with the county or the city or whatever, mainly the county. But you take your original document and you take the copy of that original document in there, and you say, I need to get some copies of these documents notarized. And a lot of times they won't even think nothing. They'll just look at it and say, okay, do all their writing, stuff. And those they'll do on the back. They'll do the stamp, and then they'll do their deal, and then they'll fill it out. But do that. Take pictures of your valuables in your house. I mean, like here I've got a vacuum, I've got that entertainment stereo system in there, I got a sound bar, I got a TV, and I can sit back here and take a picture. Furniture, the floor, how the floor is, just the overall picture of the area. Then I turn around and I get where all of my collectibles are and move all the dishes out of the way. And that way I can get a whole picture of this. Take a picture. And it shows the insurance company if, like if my RV was to happen, I say, Lord forbid, you know, they can say, well, I mean, you know, how do we know it wasn't all trashed out? I got a picture. It's date and time stamped. So, and take a picture like that, you know, at least once a month. And then either have that picture in your cloud or send it to somebody. I prefer sending those pictures like that, and not the documents. I'm talking about all your stuff. You know, all this stuff. So that way they can say, well, I don't see any collectibles or heirlooms or nothing. What'd you do? Hide it somewhere? Hey, I did insurance. Damage assessments, investigation, maybe fraud. I've done that. So, you got a picture of it. And that just kind of helps them believe you. You know, it maybe entrust a little bit more that, hey, yeah, they lost all their stuff and it exceeds the policy limit. We're going to pay you the policy and we're not going to give you insurance anymore. Some places won't. They will not. I know farmers were bad about that. You make a big, good claim on them, you're done. You'll never go back to farmers insurance. That's the way they used to be. I don't know how it is now, but anyway, just little tidbits tonight. I got about 20 more minutes to be 9 o'clock. It's 8:40 now, or actually 8:35. So I keep that clock 5 minutes past because it's like, oh crap, I got to get going, you know. Just some little tidbit tips. You know, always be prepared for inclement weather, bad storms, tornadoes, high winds. You know, here for long it'd be hurricanes. Up north it's dealing with heavy snowfall, ice. In Canada, I think parts of Canada are just completely snowed in. Some people can't even they open up a door and it's like the impression of the door. Oh, okay. Babe, we ain't going nowhere today. Shut the door, you know. Then, so, whatever region or part of the country or the world you're in, you know, keep an eye on the weather. Listen to the old wise tale that people tell you. Yeah, it's going to come a gully washer there in a couple of days. I'm looking around saying, oh man, I sure hate that. I'm like, what in the crap are you looking at? You know, but they do, they know. I can tell you when it's going to get wet and cold. I can tell you when it's going to get wet and real cold. Maybe ice, maybe not. Because my left knee and my lower back will kind of get a twinge in it. And that's telling me that we can get some cold, wet weather. And it has been accurate 100%. So, but Listen to the older generation, the older people. My grandmother could tell you when it was going to rain, and she didn't hardly ever watch TV. You know, she watched soap opera during the day. She didn't watch any news. She watched some soap opera during the day, and I, come in around. She'd be watching Bonanza, or Gunsmoke, or Have Gun Will Travel. I remember all them shows, but she didn't listen to news and stuff. I mean, I would turn on some weather. I mean, sometimes there's some weather coming in, and we didn't have the sirens and tornado, take cover. We didn't have all that, so I'd watch the radar and stuff. Then they get talking about they show you up next, blah, 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 we're going to talk about this system moving in, blah, 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 and then they cut it off. They go to a little bit more news. What they want you to do is watch the news, and then right at the end of the newscast, they'll show the weather. My grandmother hears some of this and that. She's, they so full of crap. There ain't no way that happened. No, I ain't buying that. She would cuss out the daggum soap opera actors too. I told you he was gonna do that. He's crooked as a snake. I sit there. Whoo, boy. Yeah, that's a good old time. Me and old boys talking about that today. But listen to the old wise tales. Your senses. I mean, if it smells like rain and water ain't pouring out of your house, it's probably gonna rain. So, but be prepared, people. Just be prepared. I don't know, there's some things, a couple of little things I'm gonna do, and if I put my dishes up, got all my dishes washed, and lay it down. I may not work all day tomorrow. If there's some good weather coming, a lot of rain and stuff, I'll try to do a video on that and post it on there. So, but everybody take care. Keep an eye on the inclement weather wherever you're at. If you don't have any, sleep peacefully, and hope everybody does good. I hope everybody sleeps good. And I just wish everybody a good night. We'll see y'all next time.